Hi everyone, it's Dr. Evelyn and this is a quick tutorial on using OneSearch through the BSU Thurgood Marshall Library website. To get to the site, go to bowiestate.edu and click on Library in the top menu. On this page, we're going to scroll down until we see OneSearch. When you access OneSearch from off-campus, you're going to need your library barcode number and your last name. Your barcode number can be found on your ID card. Let's click on OneSearch. It's not prompting me for my login credentials because I've already logged into OneSearch for today. So the first thing you'll see is some fields up at the top where you're going to put in your keywords based on your research question. I'm going to pretend that my research question is, what impact do sustainable practices have on coffee farmers? So my keywords would be sustainable coffee and farmers. I'm using and. Sometimes you'll do a search where there are multiple terms, so you want to search for either one, and then you'd use or. Sometimes you'll do a search where you want to exclude a term because it won't help you turn up results that you want, and in that case you would use not. So I'm going to hit search. Already I have 877 search results, and I'm certainly not going to read all of those. So let me show you how we can refine our results so that this is more effective. On the left side, you'll see some limiters. First of all, we can limit to full text journal articles, because I don't want to go chasing anything I don't have access to. Hey, that brought it down to 488. Now I know I want a scholarly source, so I'm going to click Scholarly Peer-Reviewed Journals. And that brought it down to 276. And let me check my dates here, 1993 to 2020. Maybe I'll shorten that. Just look for sources from the last 20 years. Okay, there we go, 269. Now I can start looking at my results and see if any of these look promising. Oh, this one could be good. Determinants of adoption of sustainable production practices among smallholder coffee producers in Nicaragua. Already, I can learn some stuff about this article. First of all, I can see it's coming from an academic journal, and the name of the journal is Environment, Development, and Sustainability. This is coming from their April 2019 issue, right, which was volume 21, issue 2. I can see the page range, so it's a nice 21-page article, so not super long, probably manageable. And I can see something about the authors here, who they are. So right away, I know I have the PDF full text. It's also available in HTML. And Plumx metrics is a way of showing where this is cited. If I click on the name of the article, I get what's called the record. So this record gives me a bunch more information. I can see the email addresses of the authors. I can see that they're all coming from MSU. I can read an abstract. And reading this abstract will save me time because if it doesn't yield the kinds of results that I need for my research project, I can go back and keep looking for another source that will, without having to sit down and start reading this article to find out if it's actually going to be useful. And here's some information about the authors, the Department of Community Sustainability from Michigan State University, and the Department of Agricultural, Food, and Resource Economics at Michigan State University. And if we're thinking about evaluating our sources, we're thinking about evaluating who the authors are and whether or not they're going to be reliable. We have some other options when we're looking at this record. Again, here's our full text, right? HTML or PDF. And we have some other information here. I can print this article if I want to. I can email it to myself. Just click on that and put in my email address here. Maybe I put in a subject so that I know why I was emailing this to myself. Maybe a little comment about how this will be useful for my research. I can save it. I can find the citation. If I was writing a paper in MLA format, I would scroll through the citation formats until I find MLA. And there it is, and I can copy and paste that into my works cited list. I can export, and I have some other options here. I can listen to articles if I want to as well. So let's say I'm ready to start reading. I can click on PDF full text. And that brings me to the PDF of the article. I recommend that you download the PDF instead of the HTML full text because the PDF looks like it would in the journal. This is the journal layout. And so you'll find things like page numbers. And this is laid out exactly as it would be in the journal. One nice thing about electronic sources is that your sources, right, are sometimes hyperlinked in the in-text citations. So if I want, I can go back out to my record. I've got the HTML full text here, and I can download this if I want to. Let me show you. There we go. See up at the top, download PDF. And that's how you use OneSearch to find scholarly articles. Happy researching!